Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy English StoryLab. Today, we will practice English with an A2 to B1 level story. Listen carefully. Pause the video. Repeat after me. Copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and emotion. This is the shadowing technique. Now let's begin.
My name is Daniel. I am 24 years old. Last summer, something unexpected happened to me at the airport. It was one of the most stressful days of my life. I was traveling to London for the first time. I had a short vacation from work, and I wanted to visit my cousin who lives there. I was very excited. I packed my clothes carefully. I bought small gifts for my cousin. I even made a list of places I wanted to see. The night before the trip, I could not sleep well. I kept thinking about the flight, the airport, and the city. I checked my passport 3 times. I checked my ticket on my phone. Everything was ready. The next morning, I woke up early. My flight was at 10 a.m., and I arrived at the airport at 7:30. I did not want to be late. The airport was busy but organized. People were standing in lines. Some were drinking coffee. Some were saying goodbye to their families. I checked in my suitcase and received my boarding pass. Everything was going smoothly. I felt calm and happy. After that, I decided to sit in a cafe near my gate. I ordered a sandwich and a cup of coffee. I placed my small travel bag next to my chair. That bag was important. Inside it, I had my passport, wallet, phone charger, and some money. I was watching the airplanes outside the window when my phone rang. It was my cousin. "Are you at the airport?" she asked. "Yes," I said. "Everything is fine. I will see you in a few hours." We talked for a few minutes, and then I finished my coffee and looked at the screen near the gate. Boarding had started. I quickly stood up and walked toward the gate. I showed my boarding pass and passport to the airport officer. He smiled and let me pass. I walked through the tunnel toward the airplane. I felt excited. I was finally traveling alone to another country. I found my seat, put my jacket above me, and sat down. The plane slowly filled with passengers. A few minutes later, the flight attendant made an announcement. "Please fasten your seat belts." I looked at the seat in front of me and suddenly felt something strange. My hands felt empty. I looked down. There was no small bag near my feet. I looked around my seat. Nothing. My heart started beating fast. The bag. My bag. I remembered clearly. I had placed it next to my chair in the cafe, and I had left without it. I felt cold. Inside that bag was my passport. Inside that bag was my wallet. Inside that bag was everything important. I stood up quickly. "Excuse me," I said to the flight attendant. "I think I left my bag in the airport." She looked at me seriously. "Sir, the plane is about to take off," she said. "I know," I answered, feeling panic in my voice. "But my passport is in that bag." She paused for a second. "You need to speak to the gate staff immediately," she said. The doors of the plane were still open. I rushed out and ran back through the tunnel. My heart was beating louder and louder. What if someone took it? What if I lost my passport forever? What if I could not travel? When I reached the gate, I spoke quickly. "I forgot my bag in the cafe," I said. "It has my passport inside." The woman at the desk looked concerned. "Stay here," she said. "We will call airport security." I stood there, breathing heavily. Through the large window, I could see the airplane waiting. My trip to London was just a few meters away, but without that bag, I could not go anywhere. And in that moment, I realized something important. This trip might end before it even begins. I stood near the gate trying to stay calm. My hands were shaking a little. The airport worker picked up the phone and called security. This passenger left an important bag in the cafe near gate 14, she said. It may contain a passport. She looked at me. What does the bag look like? She asked. It is small and black, I answered quickly. It has a blue tag on the side. She nodded and gave the information to security. Please wait here, she said. Waiting was the hardest part. I looked at the airplane outside the window. The door was still open, but people were already sitting inside. I imagined the plane taking off without me. My phone was in my pocket, but I felt afraid to check the time. Every minute felt like a big problem. After a few minutes, a security officer arrived. He was tall and serious. Are you the passenger who forgot the bag? He asked. Yes, I said. Come with me, he said. We walked quickly through the airport. I tried to remember exactly where I'd been sitting in the cafe. Did you see anyone near your bag? The officer asked. No, I said. I was talking on the phone. Then I left quickly. He nodded but did not say anything. When we arrived at the cafe, my heart almost stopped. The chair where I had been sitting was empty. There was no bag. I felt my stomach drop. It was here, I said, right next to that chair. The security officer looked around. He spoke to a worker behind the counter. Did anyone bring a small black bag? He asked. The worker shook his head. No, I didn't see anything, he replied. I felt weak. Maybe someone took it, I whispered. The officer looked at me carefully. Stay calm, he said. We have cameras. Cameras. That word gave me a little hope. We walked to a small security room inside the airport. There were many screens on the wall. Different parts of the airport were shown on them. Another officer started checking the recording from the cafe. We watched the screen together. There I was, sitting at the table, drinking coffee, talking on the phone. Then I stood up quickly and walked away. The bag stayed on the floor. A few seconds later, a woman sat at the same table. She looked around. Then she saw the bag. My heart beat faster. She picked it up. She opened it. I held my breath, but she did not take anything. She closed it again and stood up. Then she walked toward the counter and spoke to the cafe worker. The worker took the bag and placed it under the counter. I almost cried with relief. It's there, I said. The officer smiled slightly. We walked back to the cafe quickly. The security officer spoke to the worker again. The worker bent down and took something from under the counter. My black bag, with the blue tag. I grabbed it carefully. I opened it immediately. My passport was inside. My wallet was inside. Everything was there. Thank you, I said to the worker. Thank you so much. You're lucky, he said. The woman was honest. I felt thankful. I wanted to find that woman and say thank you, but she was gone. The security officer looked at his watch. Your plane is still at the gate, he said, but you need to hurry. We walked back fast. My legs felt weak, but my heart felt lighter. When we reached the gate, the airport worker looked at me. Did you find it? She asked. Yes, I said, smiling for the first time in a long time. She nodded. Good. You can still board, but they are about to close the doors. I walked quickly through the tunnel again. This time I held my bag tightly in my hand. When I sat in my seat, I closed my eyes for a second. The flight attendant smiled at me. Everything okay now? She asked. Yes, I answered. Everything is okay. The plane door closed. A few minutes later, we started moving. As the plane went up into the sky, I looked out of the window. I felt tired, but I also felt grateful. That small mistake could have destroyed my trip. But because of honest people and airport security, everything was saved. However, I did not know yet that the biggest lesson of that day was still waiting for me. Because sometimes losing something important teaches you more than you expect, and my story was not over yet. When the plane was in the air, I finally felt calm. I held my small black bag in my hands for a few minutes. I did not want to put it away. I kept thinking about what happened at the airport. If that woman had not been honest, my trip would have ended there. I would have missed my flight. I would have lost my passport. I would have had many problems, but she chose to help, and that changed everything. I slowly put the bag under the seat and looked out of the window. The clouds were white and soft. The sky was blue. I smiled. London, I am coming, I whispered. The flight was smooth and quiet. I listened to music and tried to relax. But inside, I was thinking about something else. Why did I leave the bag? Because I was excited, because I was not careful, because I thought everything was under control. That small mistake almost ruined my plans. After 2 hours, the plane landed in London. I felt excited again, but this time I was more careful. When I stood up, I checked my seat. Bag? Yes. Phone? Yes. Passport? Yes. I checked everything twice. When I walked out of the airport, my cousin Emma was waiting for me. She waved her hand and smiled. Daniel, she shouted. I hugged her. How was the flight? She asked. It was good, I said, but something crazy happened. We sat in her car and I told her the whole story. I told her about the cafe, the forgotten bag, the security cameras, and the honest woman. She listened carefully. You were lucky, she said. Yes, I answered, very lucky. Then she looked at me and said something simple. Sometimes we need small problems to learn big lessons. I thought about her words. Small problems, big lessons. During my vacation, I enjoyed London very much. We visited famous places. We walked near the river. We ate delicious food. But every time I went somewhere, I remembered that day at the airport. One afternoon, Emma and I were sitting in a park. Do you know what I learned? I said. What? She asked. I learned that being careful is important, I said. But I also learned that there are good people in the world. She smiled. That's true, she said. Before I left London, I did something important. I went to a small gift shop at the airport. I bought a thank you card. Inside the card, I wrote, Thank you for being an honest person. You saved my trip. I gave the card to the cafe worker and asked him to give it to the woman if she ever came back. I hope she will know how important her action was, I said. When I got on the plane to go home, I felt different from the person who arrived. I was more careful, more thankful, more aware. Back in my small town, my mother asked, How was London? It was amazing, I said, but the airport was the most important part. She looked confused. The airport? She asked. Yes, I laughed. That's where I learned something important. Now, whenever I travel, I always check my things carefully. I never leave my bag alone. I take my time, I do not rush, but I also remember something else. If I ever find something that does not belong to me, I will return it, because one honest person can change someone's day. One small action can save someone's dream. And sometimes the biggest lessons do not happen in big cities. They happen in small moments, at a cafe, at an airport, with a simple black bag.
Great job! You finished today's A 2 to B1 level story. Now it's your turn to practice. Play the video again. Pause after each sentence. Repeat out loud. Copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and emotion. This is the shadowing technique. It helps you speak English more clearly and confidently. Have you ever forgotten something important while traveling? Write your answer in the comments. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it with a friend who is learning English. See you in the next story.